Hello friends, my name is Dalit Soni and I welcome you all in this new video by Drishti IAS. As many of you know that UPSC has given you the Valentine's Day gift, as many of the aspirants were waiting for UPSC CSE 2024 exam notification, and UPSC has made it live on 14th of February 2024. So now onwards you can go to the UPSC website and fill up your application form online. Before filling this application form, there are certain things you must have in mind, or you should be aware about all these important information. So that is why we have come up with this particular video, as many of the aspirants have this tendency that they do not go and read the notification fully because of the want of the time. But with this video you will be clearing all your doubts relating to this particular notification. So let's start. So UPSC has made it live on 14th of February 2024, and last date for this particular receipt of applications would be 5th of March 2024. So now onwards you can go on the UPSC website and fill up your application forms online. Okay, so let's see for how many vacancies this time UPSC has come up with. So with this examination form, or you can say with this application, UPSC will be selecting for the various posts, approximately 1056 candidates, including all those reserved category, will be actually selected with this particular notification, and the examinations which will be held in the future. Okay, when we are talking about these posts includes various seats from Indian Administrative Services, Indian Foreign Services, Indian Police Services. Along with them, there are various services of Group A and Group B. Okay, so this is the list of nearly 21 services which are basically announced, or for which vacancy has been announced in this particular notification. Okay, now moving further, for all these vacancies, last date for application for this examination is 5th of March till 6 p.m. in the evening. Okay, so you can go to UPSC online nic.in. On this particular website, you can go and fill up your application form. How to fill this application form, we will be discussing in the further slides. Okay, so now this whole process of his examination has been made online. When we are talking about the application process, that has been made online. Even the admit cards will be sent online, and no postal admit cards will be sent to you. So that you can remember that there would be only e-admit cards as usual. Now moving further, here how to apply. So for applying for this application, you can directly go to UPSC online.nic.in. okay, and then here you can go and register yourself. If you are the first timer, then you have to go through this one time registration process. On this OTR platform, you have to register yourself, you have to fill in some details, and then you can move to the application part. Okay, and but if you have already filled up this OTR application, then you can directly straight away go and fill up the application form for this particular examination. Okay, so now what is the eligibility criteria? So basically, when we are talking about various examination, there is criteria related to nationality. So for Indian Administrative Service, that is IAS, Indian Foreign Service, that is IFS, and Indian Police Service, that is IPS. For these three services, you must be citizen of India. Okay, other than that, for other services which has been mentioned in the notification, you can be a citizen of India, a subject of Nepal, a subject of Bhutan, or a Tibetan refugee. Okay, otherwise you can be a person of Indian origin who has migrated from Pakistan, Burma, Sri Lanka, East African countries like Kenya, Uganda, Republic of Tanzania, Zambia, Malawi, all these countries which has been mentioned. For that, you would require a certificate of eligibility which has been issued by Government of India. Okay, for us it is important that for these three services, IAS, IPS and IFS, you should be a citizen of India. For other services, you can be a citizen of India or subject of Nepal, Bhutan, or a Tibetan refugee, or a person of Indian origin who has migrated to settle permanently here from these mentioned countries. Okay, for that you will require a certificate of eligibility. Now moving further, when we are talking about the age limit, so minimum age for you to apply, that is 21 years. Okay, so that is the minimum age, and when we are talking about the maximum age, that is 32 years for general category, and then there is this age relaxation for different categories which we will be discussing. When we are talking about calculation of age, you must be calculating this age on the day of first day of August 2024. So it is saying that if on the 1st of August 2024, if you are less than 21 years, you will not be eligible, and if you are more than 32 years, then also you won't be eligible. So you have to check your age on this particular day, that is first day of August 2024. When we are talking about relaxations, there are various relaxations which has been given. So for general, that is, as I told you, this 32 years is the maximum age. And then when we are talking about people belonging to SC and ST category, there is a relaxation of 5 years. Okay, so up to the age of 37 years, you can be able to fill up this form. And then when we are talking about OBCs, there is a relaxation of 3 years. That means that you can be able to fill up this form by the age of 35 years. Okay. Then when we are talking about the defense services personnel, there is 3 years of relaxation. And then when we are talking about ex-servicemen, that is 5 years of relaxation. And for various other categories, this relaxation has been mentioned. So you can go through the notification as per your own category and then decide the age of relaxation. When we are talking about the minimum age is same for throughout the categories. Okay. Now moving further, you can see minimum educational criteria is to hold a graduate degree from any university which is recognized by the government. Okay. So now when we are talking about this graduate degree, you must have this degree. Now there are certain doubts which are related to this particular eligibility, that if you are appearing for the examination or if you have given the degree examination, so would you be able to fill up this form? So all those people who has given the examination or who are intended to given the examination of final year, you are eligible for this particular application form. But the thing is, you should produce a document, or you can say provisional degree certificate, at the time of your mains application form. Okay. So for prelims, if you are intending to go for appearance of this examination, or if you have already appeared the examination and waiting for the results, then also you can go and fill up this particular form. Okay. Now moving further, number of attempts. So when we are talking about number of attempts for general category, that is 6 attempts. Okay. And then if you are belonging to SC ST category, then there is no number of attempts. You can give this exam unlimited period of times. When we are talking about OBCs, there are total 9 attempts. Okay. And when we are talking about SC ST, the age, maximum age is 37 years. So till 37 years, you can give as many attempts you want. Okay. Then when we are talking about OBCs, that is up to 35 years and you have maximum of 9 attempts. And then for various categories here, for persons with physical disabilities, 9 attempts are there for belonging to general, EWS and OBCs, and unlimited for those people who are in the SC ST category. Okay. So this is the number of attempts which has been mentioned in the notification. Now center allocation, when we are talking about center allocation, there are various centers on which UPSC conduct this preliminary examination. And then when we are talking about mains examination, there are 24 centers. Okay. So allocation of centers is done on the basis of first come first serve basis, or you can say first apply first allot basis. So if you want a particular center, I would suggest you go as early as possible and fill up the form so that you can get that particular center, because every center has a limited seat capacity. Okay, except for centers like Chennai, Dispur, Kolkata and Nagpur. These centers have no minimum number of seats, but the thing is other centers have a limited capacity. So if you want a particular center, that is you have to go for filling up this form as soon as possible. Okay. And then right to change the center, that is on the discretion of the UPSC. If there is a particular reason, they can on their discretion decide on that. Otherwise there is no particularly, you cannot change your center after you submit the application form. Okay. Now moving further, these are the locations. There are 80 centers on which prelims will be conducted. And then when we are 80 cities throughout the India, there are 80 cities in which there will be many centers. Okay. And then when we are talking about mains, there are 24 cities where these centers would be for mains. Okay. Now accordingly, as per your convenience, you can fill up these centers as per your own want and convenience. Now fees for this application form. So for female SC ST candidates and person with benchmark disability candidates, who they have been exempted from any fee, so for this form would be free for these categories. And then when we are talking about other categories which are not part of this particular which are mentioned here, you have to pay a nominal fee of rupees 100. Okay. Now moving further, plan of examination. We have discussed most of the things which are important for your application form or eligibility related issues. When we are talking about application form, there are certain documents which would require. That is, one is your ID card. That ID card can be your Aadhaar card, driving license, or anything which is authorized by the government of India which has a photo identity on this. Okay. Other than that, you would require a photograph in a certain aspect ratio. Okay, and that photograph should be recent. That details are given in the notification, you can go through it. Otherwise, also one thing you would require, that is your signatures. Okay, so these three things, that is the document, ID document, and then a photograph and a signature. Okay, now coming to the plan of examination. So when we are talking about civil services examination, it is held in different phases. One is your preliminary exam, then there would be a mains examination, and then there would be a personality test, or you can simply in your normal language we call it interview. Okay, so right now first step should be your civil services preliminary examination. That would be objective type. Okay, and from this particular examination you would be made eligible for mains. If you clear this examination, you would be eligible to write the mains. Otherwise, you will not be able to permit to write the mains. Okay. Then there will be civil services main examination, written and interview, that is written as well as your personality test. Okay. Now coming to the scheme of your preliminary examination, there are two compulsory papers of each having 200 marks. Okay. When we are talking about first paper, that would be basically your GS1 general studies paper, in which there will be 100 questions and time of 2 hours will be given to you. Okay, and these questions will be objective in nature, and in 2 hours you have to finish the paper. When we are talking about the second paper, that is your general studies paper 2, or you can say CSAT paper, in that paper there would be 80 questions and you will be given exactly 2 hours for that. This question paper, or you can say this paper 2, is basically qualifying in nature. Minimum 33% marks you should have in order to go for mains. Okay, now these questions will be set in both Hindi and English. Details of the syllabus are included in the notification, you can go through it. Okay, or otherwise also for proper syllabus and the strategies related to your prelims and mains, we will be meeting you again in another video. But right now you can go through the syllabus part from the notification itself. When we are talking about mains, there are various papers, or you can say a total of 9 papers will be there. There will be 2 papers which are qualifying in nature, that is paper A and paper B. That paper A would be of Indian language. Okay, and then paper B would be of English. These 2 papers will be of 300 marks each, and you have to qualify these papers. Then when we are coming to the paper which will be counted for your merit, that includes paper 1, that would be of essay. Paper 2 to paper 5 would be of GS, GS1, GS2, GS3, GS4, and for which different segments are given here, and each paper would be of 250 marks. Okay. Other than that, there will be paper 6 and paper 7, that would be from your you can say optional. There you have to elect one optional, and for that there would be 2 papers. Okay, so those papers will be of 250 marks each. Total written mains examination would be of 1750 marks, and then once you clear this written examination, there will be a personality test, that would be of 275 marks. The total merit would be based on your 2025 marks. Okay, so that is the scheme of the examination. There will be a prelims, then there will be mains, and then there will be interview part. Okay, so that is basically the scheme of your examination. For summary, you can say that now this notification is for 1056 seats, and this has been come out, and if you want to apply, you can go to these websites, that is upsc.gov.in or upsconline.nic.in. okay, and then there will be for prelims there will be 2 papers, for mains there will be 9 papers, and there are certain dates which are important for you. As I told you, notification has come on 14th of February, and then application has started from this particular date, that is 14th of February, the moment the notification has come live, and last date to fill up your application form is March 5th, 2024, up to 6 p.m. in the evening. That you remember that it is up to 6 p.m. only. Okay, and there is a window of correction in the application. If you want to make any kind of correction, so there is a window of 7 days, from 6th of March to 12th of March, you can go and make corrections, and admit card will be The date for the announcement of the admit card would be announced later, but generally it is a week before the examination. And then when we are talking about the exam date, that is the D day, that is basically May 26th, 2024. And so basically you can say that with this notification, the cycle of UPSC Civil Services 2024 has started. With related to this particular notification, if you have any kind of doubt, there is a facilitation counter for your guidance. That counter has been placed in the UPSC building, that is Dholpur House. You can go there and address your queries over there. The time hours are between 10 to 1700 hours, that is your 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Okay, other than that, there is some telephone numbers which are given for your redressal of any kind of inquiry if you want to make. So that is a facilitation counter which has been made at UPSC center itself in Delhi. Okay, so with that I would like to take your leave. We have discussed all the aspects of this particular notification. If you have any doubt, you can directly call on these numbers, and otherwise also we'll be coming up with the strategy for prelims and whatever exam patterns are there for a detailed discussion in another video. Till then, have a good day. Thank you.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.